forgot the mic was off. Welcome guys to the fall series. Today we're gonna be focusing on the road of the top 5 players those that got X1. That means that all of those that were able to move through the tournament with only one loss. That means that we have a 5-way tie on the first place. I just want to make sure. There we go. So chat right here is enabled. Let me just go ahead and open the second chat right here. Where is it? There we go. So I have both chats open right now. That means that we're going to be checking Culver, Cacophony, H1 Spam, Nereid, and Why So Serious from Nordic team. They're all going to be featured today. Those are the matches that we are surely going to be watching. Sorry for that. But before we move on to that, I want to make a special mention to the top players that were able to clear everything, that were top faction players. So for that, we have H1 Spam with Axiom, Tofraim with Bravos, Tet the Totem with Lyra, Culver with Muna, Ordes, Paneton Jareb with Ordes, and Nordic Why So Serious with Izmir. There was a player that could have taken also the win with, that is not right here, could have taken the Izmir, could have done something with Why So Serious because he ended up above Why So Serious. But Nereid started with a Muna deck and then changed to a Izmir deck. So like I mentioned on the rules, that means that they forfeit every prize, any prize that may come from the tournament because they did a deck change. So that's why they are playing now as such. Just for you guys to remember, if you don't make deck changes, you are allowed to take prizes. Otherwise, this is the end result that you may resign your prices and you will have technically losses in every match going back. I did that internally. It didn't change the top players order, so that's why we already have our qualified players. I don't want to reveal that yet. What we are going to do is first start with the matches of the player that ended first. So that's Culver versus Tofraim. That's going to be our first match. With Cacophony, we have Cacophony against Tayonep. Tayonep won, so not a top player right now. GDR1 Spam that won against Nereid. So we have a kind of not a disqualified player, but the one player that did not adhere to the rules of no deck changing. So even though H1 Spam lost, it could technically be that he took the tournament. He is already qualified, so that means that it would still fall down to the rest of the tournament. Then we got Why So Serious, that his last match was against the Totem. That means that we got our matches that was up to table. So let's see, to narrate H1 Spam, Nordic, Culver, Cacophony. So that is from table 5 all the way to table, the random is going to be table 5 all the way to table 48. So let's go back, and that'll be from table 5 all the way to table 48. Let's get the sequence, and that will be our order of tables as soon as we finish with the important tables that are the ones that I want to feature right now. Also, let me just turn on my fan because it is extremely hot over here. And I'm starting to sweat, especially since I have my precious little cat on my lap. There we go. Okay. So with that being said, let me go ahead and start with, let me just order this in the order that I wanted. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with Culver. Culver had a 71% chance of winning against Tofraim. That means that it was indeed the expected outcome. So Culver is from Belgium against Tofraim, that is a French player. So we have Belgium versus France. Let's go ahead and check Tofraim's deck first. So we got Atsadi and Surge. That is the Veilmon. At Dusk, if you have 10 or more mana orbs, put the top two cards of your deck in your mana zone as exhausted mana orb. I gain 1 boost. Also, the Swift Jin Scout 3, put the top cards of your deck in your mana zone as an exhausted mana orb. If you have less than, that is, play from anywhere. Play from reserve. If you have 10 or more mana orbs, target character in reserve gains 2 boosts. So not only ramping in terms of mana, but also ramping in terms of boosts. And another Swift Jin Scout 3, put the top card from your deck in your mana zone. The support ability, the next character you play this turn loses fleeting. So that is in terms of Swift Jin. That is Tofraim's deck. Let's go ahead and check what Culver has for us. We have seen it before, but of course, every time we come into a new stream, we kind of refresh ourselves with what are the uniques. So the first, we have the Forest Nymph. At Dusk, if I am facing an expedition in forest, draw a card. Otherwise, each player draws a card. The Burrowing Nush. When an opponent draws 1 or more cards or does resupply, up to 1 target character gains fleeting. When play from hand, if you control 3 or more characters, draw a card, otherwise resupply. And finally, the Kodoma. When play from reserve, I gain a sleep. When play from reserve, up to 1 target character gains a sleep. And that is a 2/3/4. So that is Culver's deck. Let's go ahead and go to the end game. It's not going to be automatic. So just 1 second before we go ahead and move on to that. Go. So go to end game. Also, I need to, before I move to the end game, I just want to make sure that this is not consuming too much resources. So let me close this one down. Let me close. Oh, I forgot. I almost forgot to mention the new tournament. So let me just go ahead and put that on chat. This is for the new tournament. Let me go ahead and pin that. Close this. Let me go ahead and paste it here. And of course, my cat had to do something. No te pases. Tú pediste bajarte. Ahí. Ahí. Yeah. There we go. So my cat is now right there. Okay, now we can move on to the match. So it was this one right here. Let me go ahead and close this. Let's go to the end game right now. So lock it. And let's go ahead and watch the match. Just ramping right away. A simple ramp from Tofraim. The dreaded color for Kuko. Staying right there from Culver. So a 1 advance from Culver, moving 1 ahead. A very good draw for Rin right there. He can place it down and put the Coppelia down, so that means that he's technically winning 2 mana right now. The Eru is kind of not needed today. There's already good strength there, and I think he wants to go with the Persephone. Okay, so he will not be able to go with the Persephone. Once again, another ramp from Tofraim. So that means that we are at 6 right now. Doesn't need to play anything else. A double advance from Culver. Moves and places the Kodoba down. 3 cards down. Probably going to go to the Gargoyle. Yep. The Caregiver goes away. Am I connected to the correct network? Should be. Ooh, right away with a giant 5 everywhere. Gains fleeting, gains a boost, gains anchored. What did you do? Okay, gains 1 boost. and is still able to move forward because of the Ascended Expedition. Everything gains fleeting, including the Halua. But Culver's still able to do a move forward. That means he's still 2 expeditions ahead. Even though there was a very good run from Talframe, he was able to handle that in a very good way. Actually, the Persephone will be very big today. He decides to anchor once again and just play an after you. See how he reacts. We have the Iru. That will not be enough. Okay, we have another advance from Culver. It just doesn't need anything else. Just goes ahead and plays it right there. That means that because the Halua is gigantic, it is going to give him a boost. So we have another boosted character today. The Kuko is boosted once again. It is a 3 today. The option to put it to sleep, a double Persephone. Yeah, the double Persephone was most likely not. There could be hunger today. There we go. So the hunger clears out the board. Has the option of raging it. So not sure if he will try still to move. No, just puts it to sleep right away. Does play the rage. So it is a gigantic 4 tomorrow. But he has the option to move on both sides. So that means that the match will be over today. No more play from Toframe. Plays the Extended Expedition. Doesn't need anything else. So he had just the right cards on hand in order to stop the game. Survived 2 Haluas. Survived 1 hunger. Did have the sleep right on time and to move from both sides. That is the downside of the hunger. You basically play that. And most likely you won't have anything else. Yes, it was a gigantic 4 tomorrow. But Culver was able to stop the hunger, and just like that, he deserves the placement he got for today. So with that, guys, let's go ahead and move on to the next match. The next match is right here. So this is Nereid against H1 Spam. It was expected for Nereid to win with a 64%. So he did win. Technically, we know that Nereid actually lost because all of his matches, once he did the deck change, all of his matches become void. We give the win to his opponent. So let's go ahead and see what H1 Spam actually brought. So right here we have the Marronazo. We have seen it before. The Axiom Puppeteer, you may sacrifice a permanent if you do sabotage, otherwise you may exhaust target card in reserve. That is when played from anywhere. The Merlin, this is one of the best Merlins I have seen. Scout 3, when played from hand, you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, you may send to reserve any number of target characters with a total of 4 of strength in mountain or less. And the support ability, the next character you play this turn gains 1 boost. And finally, the Farfetched. When played from anywhere, you may have target character switch expedition without having to sacrifice anything. And the support ability, the next card you play this turn costs 1 less. So that was actually H1 Spam's win. Let's go ahead and check Nereid. Nereid is, of course, an Austrian player that didn't change decks. Once he changed to Akesha, but he did have 3 matches with Muna, so that means that he is automatically disqualified and his opponents actually get the win on their matches. So we have Belasenka, exhaust up to 2 cards in reserve when played from anywhere. When played from anywhere, there are 2 or more exhausted cards in reserve. I gain 1 boost. The Flamel, when I go to reserve from the expedition zone, you may return a spell to your reserve to your hand. And when played from anywhere, target opponent discards a card from their hand. The support ability, up to 1 target character gains fleeting, so this is in a back included. Aurora, Savior of Sgarda, when I leave the expedition zone, you may discard a spell from your reserve. If you do, target opponent discards a card from their hand. And this when played from anywhere, if my expedition is behind. Sorry. exhaust up to 2 cards in reserve. So that is Neri. He did win the game. Of course, we know that this win is invalid, but we still have to give credit where credit is due. He did manage to defeat H1 Spam with this one. So it is not going to be automatic. We need to click it once more. There we go. Now we move on to the match. Probably, yeah, after you, a double draw today, because I think there's nothing else from Neri today. Yeah, draw. The Grams he could. No, he decides just to double draw. He could have taken the Grams away, but considering he does have a Nylum that could be hurt, is hurt by the Grams because it's the rare Grams. But I think it was a better idea just to draw 2 cards and see what happens. Now he has 3 Nylums on hand. Decides to get rid of the Ovu Go rather than to get rid of a Nylum. Interesting. The Grams go right there. Just going to get rid. I don't think it's going to get rid of anything. No, he just draws 1 more. The Pamola may be able to do some damage depending on what is played right here. The cylinder, so yeah, the Pamola can go ahead and win on the hero side. Gains to boost, nothing else to be played for today. And with that, we have a 1-1 with H1 Spam still 1 expedition ahead. Maybe now it will be the Nylum blocking the... Yeah, probably will a Nylum putting up... No, decides to go with the Savior. Exhausts the card right there because his expedition is behind. Because he had the Vike, he's still able to play it. Not sure if he's going to sacrifice. He is indeed going to sacrifice in order to try to do a double advance right now. With another boost, is going to be able to block today. There we go. So double advance from H1 Spam. The Akesha only 1 expedition ahead, overcharging his reserve. Probably the Pamola is going to go away. No, gets rid of the magical training. So he feels that he has enough draw as of today. And gets rid of a card, so that's why he was doing it, basically to give H1 Spam the fewest amount of options. Now he has to put mana and play with only 1 card, so the Vike goes right away. The Nylum going to exhaust 1 of his own cards in order to put and the Pamola goes on the other side. Give me a second. I heard a few. Okay, it was dogs. It was dogs barking. Okay, it felt like someone was screaming. I just wanted to make sure if it was the music right here or sounds in my... But it is dogs barking. Okay, so nothing worrying right now. 2 expeditions to go for H1 Spam. He's able to put 2 probably. Yeah, I'm gonna go 1 for 1 with the moths. Is able to put another card down. Is able to probably take 1 of them away. Yeah, has to use the sap. It is a sap overflow just to try to move forward. Nothing else that can be done. Neri gets a double advance today because of that Caladrius, and I feel that Caladrius actually breaks what used to mean being an Ismir. It didn't used to mean that you had options to control with low cost characters. It used to be that the spells included were from heavier characters. So I have mixed feelings with the Caladrius. I'll probably make a video about that. The Savior on the other side to try to move on the companion side. Since he's able to exhaust a card, is going to block right now the... It's going to block right now the The Dr. Frankenstein, a very good card to have in reserve. Not exactly what you want to see. Still being blocked by the Caladrius. Still 3 mana left. From Nereid, places the token down. Going to get rid, of course, of the Killing Elemental. Is able to block another double advance from Nereid, showing that this Akesha still has lots of play to do. When it leaves Expedition Zone, is going to discard a card. Okay, with discarding a card from reserve is able to discard the last card that H1 Spam had on hand. So once again, the exhaust discard coming in play. And with that, Akesha is in a very good spot to win it today. The Balasenka, of course, is going to exhaust the card right there. The 2 Nylams are just going to put probably of 2 on the hero side. And it is now extremely hard for H1 Spam to try and do something. Has the Hooked trying to draw something. The Balasenka probably going, okay, not what I would have done. But still able to clear both moths right now. Has a scout ability. And with the Pamola, I think he's not able to block today. Okay, so that is just 1 mana left. And by playing the Baba Yaga on the other side, that's basically it. He was not able to fully block on the companion side, so that means that Nereid does the double advance, and just like that, he takes the game. Credit what credit is due. He did win the game fair and square, but because he did make a deck change, he is not able to take the win officially. So, with another match out of the way, let's go ahead and move to Why So Serious against the Totem. Why So Serious was the one called to lose with a 29% win probability, but he beat the odds and was able to take the game from the Totem. So let's go ahead and first watch the Totem's deck, and then we'll move on to Why So Serious. So right now we have Nadiki94. We have seen this deck before. Tete Totem playing a very, very good Nadir, to the point that he was able to take the best Lyra. So let's go ahead and see the Loki. He has 3 Lokis. So this one, you may discard a card from your reserve. If you do, each player discards their hand and their reserve, then draws 3 cards. With a support ability, you may have target character other than Milo's Fleeting. The second one, with play from anywhere, you may discard a card from your reserve. If you do, each player discards their hand and their reserve, then draws 3 cards. You may return a card from your reserve to your hand. And the final Loki, you may discard a card from your reserve. If you do, each player discards their hand and their reserve, then draws 3 cards. With the support ability, each character controlled by target player gains Fleeting. This one had support ability, you may return a card from the reserve to your hand. So that is the Totem. Let's go ahead and check Nordic. This was a French duel, by the way. So Mojo Foil Series, once again, thank you very much, Nordic. Why So Serious, for naming your deck so you know exactly which deck to select as soon as the match starts. I would very much love my petition to have decks locked as soon as the tournament starts, or as soon as you sign up to a tournament for your deck to be locked. But as of right now, that has not gone through, so we still have to select our decks manually each time. The Muna Caregiver, when played from anywhere, you may return a spell from the reserve from your reserve to your hand, and anchor a character cost 3 or less. Sakarubru, you may discard a card from your play from hand. You may discard a card from your reserve. If you do, your opponent's expedition facing me moves backwards 1 expedition. You may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, draw 3 cards. So you can put a card down, draw 3, and then the card you put down just discard in order to have your opponent move back. So this is a very interesting combo. A second Sakarubru. You may put a card down. You may put a card from your hand in reserve. If it's a spell, your opponent expedition facing me moves backward 1 region. And when play from hand once again, draw 3 cards. So any resupply may hurt him because he'll get this. May get both Sakarubrus on reserve, so he really doesn't want to have cards on reserve. This is one of those special rare cases where you might want to give a airlet to your opponent because he doesn't want to have cards in reserve, and doing this actually may place one of those cards in reserve. So just to take note, so most people ask, why would you want to give reserve cards to your opponent? This is one. So let's go to the end game. Not going to be automatic, so give me just a second while things are set up. There we go. So just draw day for Waisu Sirius. There we go. The Baba Yaga, not what you wanted to see. So no more plays today. Tete Totem has the option of a double advance, and he takes it. And is even able to get the bases back on his hand. This is the bases, right? Yeah, the bases back on his hand. Now he has the option to draw, sacrifice as another draw today. So this is a position, double draw position. Gift of Self, of course, is not needed today. The Bliss bases once again, draws once again before moving forward. Is now able to block right there on the companion side. Still 1 mana left, but I don't think it'll be able to block. There we go. So the basis goes down to reserve. 1/1 with 2 expeditions still ahead from Tete Totem. Going to get rid of the Baba Yaga. Interesting, getting rid of the Baba Yaga. Gets rid of the Conjuring Seal. He has lots of cards in hand right now, so he has options to move forward. The Sakarubru's Rage, just to put 1 expedition behind, not playing anything else except for the Mana Moth. The Map Maker is able to block, give a boost then to the basic, so it's a double advance from Tete Totem, once again recovering from where he was, sorry. And 3 expeditions ahead today. Waisu Sirius in a bit of a pinch, but I'm sure he will be able to take it back. Forest right now, so most likely will has the, you know, when you see Forest, the most likely thing is that there'll be a Forest Nymph in this case. Okay, he's able to give fleeting to the Easy Talk. Easy Talk will be able to move forward today. So still taking advantage of the benefits of the Forest Nymph, but loses the Easy Talk, and the process still was going to be a little bit difficult. The Caddy Gear right there. First play for Mojo. Goes ahead right away, places the 1 expedition behind in order to put a Mana Moth, and do not draw a card yet. The Nymph, then he wants to go right there. Now he has still some options to play. Brings back the card to hand. This is going to be a 5. Nothing else to do from his side. So not sure why he overcharged his reserve like that. Double advance again from Tete Totem. And we may be in a position of lockdown. Yeah, we have he got it right away, the Celebration Day, but gets rid of the Caddy Gear. Interesting, getting rid of the Caddy Gear, plays the Loki. Ooh, tough position from Tete Totem, gets rid of all the cards. He had only 2 cards on the hand, so that means that he gets some options back. Just able to put it to sleep. The Baba Yaga able to give him an advance on the companion side. There we go. And the Sunisa, because he is behind, is not going to block him. So that means that the double advance right now from Nordic recovering a little bit, still one expedition behind. Gets rid of the Sunisa, wants to be able to put the Loki to sleep again, most likely. Sakurubru, they're doing his threatening right now with a very good set of stats. Puts a mountain down. Sakurubru going to place the, just to have one more single expedition. The Sandman that's going to put the Sakurubru to sleep, trying to do the double advance. Why So Serious decides to do it, and because it is asleep, this is a very good combo using the cloth. So no mana saved, double advance from the totem. The only way I see Why So Serious winning right now is with no, not even with a small step. So he didn't draw card a year today either. So not sure how he actually takes the game. I'm extremely curious right now. The Loki just being played from... Oh, is it? It is. It is the absolute Loki. And he gets... Once he does get the celebration day today. So he's able to block both expeditions. Is able to put a mana token, and now he draws another draws his third celebration day. So it was actually extremely lucky from Waisu series to get what he got. Sakurubru once again with a second Sunisa gets rid of the Kadak Alchemist. So going to save probably the day for today, celebration day. There we go, just 3 expeditions behind. Puts just to draw another card, is able to sacrifice in order to draw 2 cards, sorry. And another Sakurubru's Rage, just for good measure, going to make it cost 1 less. So let's see, and first play from the Totem, exactly what he wants to see. Gets the Sunisa out. Small step on hand once again. And once again, the Loki takes off. Why So Serious advantage? That Loki has done it several times today. Just draws 3 cards. Another celebration day. And the mana, exact mana to do it. Draws another. No, not going to draw right now. He plays both cards. Celebration day once again, blocking both advances. However, Why So Serious has already gone through his deck once. That means that he's getting his options back. Still 4 cards left for Teta Totem. So those Lokis have done some damage, but not quite as much as perhaps he thought he might do. Magical Training as an After You. Probably going to do the same thing. Magical Training as another After You. Places a Hatter right there. Not blocking quite yet. Celebration Day once again to block the day. Going to get a Moth out and draw a card. Just going to draw as much as he can. Gets the Undine out. Going to return the Loki to hand to probably have another day of okay, plays a Twinkle Twinkle in order to have the character to sleep, and this going most likely to refresh the table once again with that Loki. There we go. Two cards down, we know the Loki is coming. Baba Yaga on mana. First play from Nadir, gets rid of it in order for the Loki even to cost 1 less. So gets rid of 3 cards in order to draw 3 cards. Many more cards from Waizo series go away. Celebration Day comes back once again. After you. Snowball Commando that will exhaust the card and no cards in reserve from the Totem. Going to draw 3 cards once again. Hooked for 1, just to have the strength on the other side. Celebration Day coming through. 1 mana left. Now Tetet Totem has also gone through his whole deck. That means that he is drawing once again, but Why So Serious has gone through his deck twice. There we go. He could do a small step. No, decides to get rid of one of the small steps. Interesting way to start the day. Sakarubru to put him 1 expedition behind once again. There could be a Loki. After you, drawing right now. Sakarubru in order to draw 3 cards. Put a card down and then have the expedition go back once again. 3, another card for 3, another Pseudo after you from the Totem, a True after you from Why So Serious. And with that, doing the hooked to the other side is going to be able to do a double advance, once again placing himself on winning position. The sleight of hand stuck right there. It is, yeah, I don't know what happened with the sleight of hand. Let's hope that it doesn't affect the replay at all. 16 mana because of all the things that happened. This is usually only from only from a Sadie's deck, but now we have another Celebration Day with the option of drawing a card to being a small step. No small step today. Puts they're going to put the Lyra with 2 boosts. No, he didn't put the 2 boosts. Going to put a card down in order to draw 3 cards. Takes away this lay of hand in order for it to move backwards again. Going to draw a card once again. Another option of returns. He has now 2 Celebration Days on hand, but we know there is the option of Loki still from Tetet Totem that could bring the game down. 16 mana, Sunisa, most likely. Yeah, I was expecting the Sunisa going back there. First play, right away, Celebration Day. And he now has the option. He may be able to draw the small step, Twinkle Twinkle, to put once again the Lyra to sleep. He has 1 Sakarubru, going to be able to get rid of it right now with the Sakarubru and put him down an expedition. Not enough mana and take it right away. Why didn't he? Okay, so he decided to take it away with yeah, he took it away with an off you go and just put the other expedition behind. So play from almost winning position, we are at 17 mana moving forward. Tetet Totem may take the game down if he has a Loki right now. Plays a magical training, so 1 after you. He has the Sakarubru right now, plays the Celebration Day in order to block once again, advances. With Sakarubru's Revenge, he can actually put Tetet Totem back 2 expeditions right now. Tetet Totem passes, another expedition behind, so right now he is 2 expeditions behind. With another Celebration Day on hand, a small step could be the way to go right now, but he has not yet deployed it, or I don't know if he still has it. Of you go as mana, 19 mana. So basically they have their whole hand on right now. Options right there. Going to... Okay, so Tetet Totem decides, okay, you know what? You go ahead and take it. I really cannot face you right now. I don't want to play more cards. I just want to draw my Loki. And Loki is my win condition. I'm guessing that is what is in Ted Totem's mind right now. Why so serious bringing it back all the way from here? Ted Totem passes. That means that, okay, I wasn't able to draw my Lokis, so my Lokis were trapped in these 4 cards that were left. So that's it. No more suffering from me. And that's how Why So Serious takes the game with a sort of Mojo trap. 20 mana from a Mojo, that is something I have not really seen. And I'm guessing that by the end, Ted Totem did not have the Lokis. That could have been his win condition, or decided, okay, you know what? You have so much mana right now. You have ramped so well that, okay, you know what? Not going to be able to do it. So just pass and take the win. That could have also been the way it went. Now, this is the match that took Cacophony from a 1 loss to the qualified player to the winter season finals. That's going to be on Saturday, 2 days from now. So let's go ahead and see. Cacophony had a 65% win against Tayonip, so the odds were on his side. This is a US player against a French player. So let's go ahead and check Tayonip's deck first. This was a Sigismar LTQ CG Paper Herald. When play from reserve, if you control 1 or more landmarks, create an Ordius, recruit 1/1/1 soldier in target expedition. When I leave the expedition zone, draw a card. When play from anywhere, if you control 1 or more landmarks, create an Ordius 1/1/1 soldier token in target expedition. When I leave the expedition zone, draw a card. Create an Ordius, recruit the companion expedition as a support ability. The Baba Yaga, if you have less than 8 mana orbs, draw a card. Let's play from anywhere. When play from hand, you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, create an Ordius token in my expedition. And a second Baba Yaga. When I leave the expedition zone, if you have less than 8 mana orbs, draw a card. So those were Tayonip's uniques. Let's go ahead and check Cacophony. So Cacophony is a Teja Agro foil series. We have the Isun Boshi. You may pay 1. If you do, up to 1 target character gains a sleep. Let's play from anywhere. When play from hand, if you control 2 or more plants other than me, up to 1 target character gains a sleep. You may have it gain 2 boosts. And the support ability, the next character you play this turn gains 1 boost. The Muna Caregiver, when play from hand, if you control 2 or more plants other than me, up to 1 target character gains a sleep. When play from anywhere, if you control 3 or more characters, anchors a character with hand cost 3 or less. And the support ability does exactly the same, anchor a character with hand cost 3 or less. And the second Muna Caregiver, you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, resupply. When play from anywhere, if you control 2 or more plants other than me, up to 1 target character gains a sleep. You may have gain 2 boosts. So what's the Sandman ability and the support ability to anchor a character with hand cost 3 or less. So let's go ahead and go to the end game. This is going to be automatic. This is going to save a little bit of time. There we go. CG's against Stagia. I see a very good play with the Harvester on precisely the hero side, trying to block. Teamwork Training gets rid of it right away, but still has the option to do the same thing. Puts it right away on the same spot with Anchored once again. Ordi's Trooper on the other side, and with So, he is still able to win. He doesn't have the double boost in order to try and draw a card. That's why the control was used very quick. Didn't want to deal with it being boosted. The Shroom, no, gets rid of the soul. Fair enough. Still winning on... No, it is tied. He can use the soul right now, but decides to go all out on the other side with an anchor. The license withdrawal. Another removal right away, which means that it'll be Tire Nep just moving forward today, one expedition ahead. Going to lose that Spindler Harvester. So the token doing his thing for Tire Nep. The Muna Druid. Yeah, I was thinking the Muna Druid was the thing that was going to go away. Let's see if he has, again, the options to remove it. Aegis Templar for 3. The Soul as an After You in order to boost it once again. It does have the option. Place a Paper Herald, not enough right now. Place it on the other side to block the advance and still move forward on the companion side. So we are back in a stalemate, exactly on the same positions. Actually, they're both expeditions are what is called now in contact. Or will be named, because we already know it will be named, but will be named in contact. Cacophony actually doesn't place any mana down. This is interesting. Just goes on the companion side to try and win on that side. Not trying to do anything funny. Cacophony actually passes. Tire Nep passes as well. I don't know why it showed it the other way around. It should have been Tire Nep and then Cacophony. And yeah, that is why. I don't know what is happening with the replays, guys. So let me just see if we can move forward. So this is move 46. Let's go to move 50 to try and see the game. I don't know what's happening with the replays, guys. We've seen lots of replays having that problem, that the sync could be the word, and just stop working, and this is what happens. Yep, not going to move forward, so let's just play it back. And let's go to, okay, let's try it one more time to move 50. If it doesn't work, let's give it a few seconds. If it doesn't work, let's just see the end result. What was the winning condition? I know it was a festival win, because I've already been told. I would have loved to see the whole game play through, but it seems that the replays are kind of funky again today, and that is such a shame. Yeah, so let's just go to the end game fast. Not even that. Not even going to the end game fast. So it is absolutely stuck in limbo. Cannot even go to the end game to see what happened. So unfortunately, I will have to tell you what happened. It was a festival win. He was able to place himself in such a position that his opponent could control, play perhaps for one more day, but the table was set up in such a way that he had two winning conditions. Winning by strength, and winning because of the festival. And it was in the end the festival that actually gave Cacophony the win. Unfortunately, like I mentioned, like you can see, the replay is stuck and there is nothing else I can show you. The control is right here. The control panel is right here. So there's nothing for me to show you. Unfortunately, BGA is having those issues. So we will not be able to show you this match, but what I can do is try to show you one more match before we pause it for two. You should be able to see 2 or 3 matches. So let's go to number 50 or 30. 30. Let's see, match 30 is Starmanly against Nefer. Merits gets against Nefer. I'll just call him Nefer. Statman was the one called to win with a 67%. That means that the expectation was indeed what happened. Let's go ahead and see. This is an Italian player against a French player. So we have Nefer playing a Muna starter. It seems that he did play a Muna starter. So let's go ahead just and move on to Statman. Statman was playing a Kojo set 4. Let's go ahead and see his uniques. We have the Valasenka. When play from hand, target character gains 2 boosts and fleeting. When play from reserve, you may exhaust target card in reserve. Then we got the Haven Warrior. When they leave the expedition zone, sabotage. And the support ability up to 1 target character gains fleeting. Halua, the Raging Leviathan, gigantic tough 1 when I leave the expedition zone. If I was fleeting, target character in reserve gains 2 boosts. Very interesting unique. So let's go ahead and go to the end game and see how it played out. Let's hope that this replay does play out till the end. Go to end game. There we go. Double draw from each player. Just trying to ramp a little bit, and is able to do the double advance right now. And has the option to ramp tomorrow as well, because the Tiny Jin, he'll be first player. The Tiny Jin will most likely start to ramp. He may save the Serengar because the Serengar doesn't have a good place to go through. Gets rid of one of the Serengar. So indeed, I think it'll be a good date for just moving forward on with the Balasenka. Maybe, no, he doesn't have enough mana for the Balasenka, but he may rage the Buddha. There we go, in order to give him 2 boosts. Is able to block, and just a single advance from Statman, so Statman moves ahead and places himself 2 expeditions ahead. Just 1 second. Whoop, didn't mean to do that. Right now, like I mentioned, the Serengar is able to push forward base because of Forest, almost ensure that he will do it. So double advance using once again the options that he has on hand. He is able to do a double advance right now with drawing another Tiny Jin with a Rage in order to try to make him ramp right away. So I think this is a Statman's a very fast win. He is at 7 mana, has Buddha out, that is blocking right now the Halua. And he may even rage, decides not to rage quite yet, but is going to use the Fire Rabbit to give him another boost. Going to put it to sleep. Still blocking right now. Still able to move forward on the companion side. And he doesn't have fleeting right now. He's not able to put 2 cards on reserve. Everything goes away. But with the Hunger on hand, he may be able to take it today. Has a Rage, but I don't think he'll be taking the Rage today. Probably is going to be a day of... Okay, I thought it was going to be double training, double physical training, but nope. Probably going to play the Parliament of Ashes. No Parliament of Ashes. Now the Parliament of Ashes, a good way to go. No more plays from Nefer. Going to give the fleeting to... He's ramping just to ramp because he has already won. And just like that, he moves forward on both sides, even overtakes. And with that, Statman takes the game. So that was number 30. Let's go to 28. Baymax against Tie-Dye 7. It was expected... Oh, sorry. It was expected for Baymax to win. No, actually, it was expected for Tie-Dye to win. Baymax had a 44% chance of winning. Not too bad. I think I did this in the wrong direction. So this was Tie-Dye's. This was supposed to be Baymax. So now it is an American player against, a US player against a South Korean player in Baymax. Give me 1 second. What happened here? I think it stopped. There we go. So now let's go ahead and check Tie-Dye's deck. Was supposed to be silenced. I don't know what happened. Give me 1 second. I want to silence because they are spamming a lot. Give me 1 second. I don't know what happened with the silence. Silence for 8 hours. And silence for 8 hours. They are discussing interesting things, but not what I need right now. So, Afanas, Sneezer Shroom. When played from hand, you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, I gain Anchored. That's when played from hand. The Hunger as a unique. You may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, discard all other cards in play and in reserve. When played from anywhere, create a Mana Moth 2/2 illusion in target expedition. And the Chrysalis, when I go to reserve from the expedition zone, if your hero expedition is behind, create a Mana Moth 2/2 in your companion expedition. Sorry. If your hero expedition is behind, draw a card. So either way, if one of your expeditions is behind, no, always in the hero expedition. Okay, so you kind of want to go on the companion expedition in order to take full advantage of the Chrysalis, especially. Now let's go ahead and see Baymax. Actually, there we go. Sorry. There we go. So we have Kojo Airlit deck. So we have the 3 little pigs. When another character joins your expedition, if you control one or more landmarks, I gain 1 boost. Bravo's Trailblazer and the support ability. You may have target character other than me lose fleeting. The Bravo's Trailblazer. You may have me get from when play from hand. You may have me gain fleeting. If you do, I gain 1 boost per fleeting character you control. When play from reserve, when play from anywhere, you may pay 1. If you do, target character gains 2 boosts and fleeting. And the support ability, you may have target character other than me lose fleeting. Finally, the Priya Bravo Signaler. When my expedition moves forward, create an airlet token in your landmarks. When play from hand, create an airlet token in your landmarks. When play from reserve, if you have less cards in hand than target opponent, resupply. Otherwise, create an airlet token in your landmarks. There we go. So let's go ahead and take it to the end game right now. Not going to be automatic. Funny enough, Tie-Dye has increased his elo a lot since the last time he participated on this match. So we have the Alice for 3. Just places the Grams on the other side. Doesn't need to do anything else. He could have actually do a double advance if he had played the Grams on the other side and sacrificed the tiny rabbit in order to give 1 boost to the Grams, and he would be able to do a double advance. Right now, the Grams not doing anything else. Going to be blocked right now by the by the Alice, and once again he doesn't ramp with the tiny Jin, just takes the advance on the other side. Okay, I think Baymax is not taking advantage of the rabbit right now. Not sure why, but okay, he'll have a very good way to block today with the companion side, magical training, a pseudo after you. Now he'll play on the companion side. Yeah, he'll play on the companion side, not risking a sabotage right there. He is able to ramp right now. Flamel on the other side, going to be blocked. Going to gain 2 boosts because of a fleeting character. Nothing else to be played today. Finally, Baymax does the double advance. And the ramp that goes up to 6. Baymax, yeah, finally gets rid of the Fire Rabbit. The Fire Rabbit has been so sorry, but it has been so wasted this match. Going to draw. Oh, sorry, it's a resupply. Okay, I thought the Parliament of Ashes draw. So it's a resupply. The Chrysalis right there should be able to be blocked easily. He knows what was going to be played right now. Is able to block it, gain a boost, and just have the fleeting character gain an anchor as well, so he stays right there. 1-for-1 with Baymax keeping his advantage up on having a very good character anchor with a boost right there, so the anchor was exactly what he needed. Doesn't play anything right now. Is probably going to take away the fleeting from the... No, he decided before taking out the fleeting, he decides to play something else. Don't think Tie-Dye will be playing much more today. 2 mana left. Plays the Tengu on the other side. Going to anchor right now. Going to go for 5. He has the option to double boost, so takes away the fleeting. A boost right there, goes up to 5. No more play from Tie-Dye, double boost. So that is a double advance from Baymax, finally finding his footing. And with that, that is a double advance and takes the Afanas before he's able to come a very big threat, especially because of that Mage Dancer that was already on 5. And just like that, Baymax does take the win. I think Baymax made some mistakes, but he was able to recover from those. And we will have time for one more. So let's move on to table number 20. And we'll call it a day there. So this is World Gates, one of the qualified players. World Gates qualified, I think it was an edition 2. A Red Sea was an edition 3. So you will be seeing him on Saturday, hopefully, with the... when things start going on with the winter finals. He was called to win with a 65% chance. So let's go ahead and check him out. On the other side, we have Vince the Troll, that I know it's a French, so it's a Singaporean against a French player. Yes, it is a Singaporean against a French player, so Vince the Troll is a French player. Let's go ahead and check his deck. This is the Sierra Cycle set 4. We have the Besicolma. I just wanna... Did it cut out? Just a little bit. Not sure why it did cut out, but at least we are still moving forward than the rest. So we have a Besicolma. When you sacrifice a permanent, target character in reserve gains 1 boost. You may have target character other than me gain 1 boost. That one play from reserve. The Monolith Rune Scribe, if you control a token, robots you control other than me gain 1 boost. And finally, the Keelon Elemental. You may put a card from your hand in reserve. That was played from anywhere. When a card leaves the reserve during the afternoon, if you control a token, robots you control other than me gain 1 boost. A very good card to have for a Sierra deck. Now, let's go ahead and check World Gaze to end the stream for now. We have the Ouroboros Trickster. When I leave the expedition zone, roll a die. On a 4+, draw a card. On a 1-2-3, resupply. When play from reserve, you may discard a card from your reserve. If you do, you may return a spell from your reserve to your hand. The Mountain Guide, when played from hand. If I'm the only character in my expedition, draw a card. When played from reserve, the next card you play this turn costs 1 less. And the Martingale at dusk, roll a die. On a 4+, draw a card. On 1, 2, 3, resupply. This could backfire a little bit for the Martingale. You could overcharge your reserve, so you need to be very careful when you play her. And the next card you play this afternoon costs 1 less as a support ability. So let's go ahead and go to the end game. It is going to be automatic. It was supposed... There we go. Okay, so the Opera, a very good way to start. A token right there, only on one side, so he can just play the Studio's Disciple on the other one. Ooh, no, not going to do anything with the Subduende. It's going to draw a card, just place the Studio's Disciple on the other side. Then the Troll passes, the World Gaze passes, so 1 for 1, still in a stalemate. A traditional non-aggro opening. Festival, trying perhaps going for a festival win eventually. We have a sleep. Just places 1 down. Draws another. So magical training is going to be used as an after you. Draws another Studio's Disciple. So 3 after use right now on hand. 2 after use now on hand. Decides to take the engineer, just plays the Inari on the other side. Nothing left, just another day of drawing from World Gaze. So a double advance from Vincent Royal. World Gaze 2 expeditions behind, but lots of cards on hand. That's kind of what you want to do, especially with a Lyra deck. Sacrifice advances in order to have cards on hand. Another draw right now with the Lyra Festival. Draws a card, resupply. There we go. And oh, this is the common one, so only one of those effects. And the after you with the Frozen Delivery. Not exactly what you want to see, but not bad either. Virtual Mana, just going to play it for 1. Uses it once again in order to search for something else. Another after you. No, this time he does use a Paju. Is it going to give an Airlet? The Overseer right now playing on the Companion side. The Subduende in order to draw. Going to get rid of the Twinkle Twinkle in order to play this one for free. And just like that, he's able to block. Vincent Troll is able to move once again. Like I mentioned, you could overcharge, but that was not the case. Even still, he's going to overcharge his reserve by 2, but he has so much draw right now that I don't think he minds it that much. Because unlike Vince, that has drawn a lot of cards on resupply, one of those has gone to the reserve, while it is World Gaze with options on hand right now. Yeah, obviously going to play the Hive right now. There is nothing to get rid of it as of right now from World Gaze. So we're gonna go probably the double token. Yep, there we go, a good threat. The Will-O-Wisp is... okay, he draws it again with the Magical Training. Another after you from World Gaze puts up the Magical Training once again in hand. Once again, the Magical Training. He has 2 Virtual Mana for spells. He decides to draw and resupply for 5. With a 5, he's going to do a Magical going to end with a Magical Training right now. Gets rid of the Martingale in order to and 2 Virtual Mana. Plays another Opera down. Doesn't draw the Hathor, but he knows the Hathor is coming. Going to get rid of the spells and the seal. Yeah. So right now, it seems that Vince the Troll is about to win, but World Gaze has lots of options still to do his thing, especially with the Silent Knight. He draws, one of the best cards to draw right now. The Opera House will stay right there. We have a fleeting character. We have a second potential anchored character. Avalanche in order to discard everything right now. So not exactly what he wanted to see. He makes sure to advance only on that. Another Avalanche in order to clear everything out. Does he have enough mana? Gets rid of one for the Twinkle Twinkle. Going to put everything to sleep. So still one more day to play today. Studio's Disciple gives a fleeting character on the other side, saving one of those mana in order to try to win. He still needs an anchor, but he can get the anchored with the festival right now. So the final Opera comes in. The token right there. This is everything. This is all out. Another Twinkle Twinkle. Okay, so this is actually dangerous for Vincent Royal. A Sleight of Hand. Going to put up. Places down the Twinkle Twinkle. Interesting. So Vincent Troll just passes. Nothing left for him to do. Probably had another Hive on hand. Going to cycle up. Going to play the Twinkle Twinkle. Everything it's put to sleep. Sorry, the Counting Sheep. Everything is put to sleep. And he has enough to just have one character gain anchored, and that will be the game for World Games. There we go. Just gives anchor to one of the just sleeping characters, and just with that, World Games wins the game. And with that, we'll be calling it, guys, because I need to get ready for the stream that will be starting shortly. Not on this channel. It will be on my main on Twitch channel. It will be the same, but I will be moving to no, not the same Twitch channel. Okay, guys, so that'll be all for today. Thank you very much for being here. That unfortunately we were not able to see the last match from Cacophony, but let's hope that at some point this can be fixed. So take care, guys, and I'll see you next time.